Okay, so this is going to be an instructional slash overview video of the Hymer Mobile B654. This is an A class. So this is an 04 plate on a used Hymer. The main purpose of this video is to highlight where the main components are, i.e. your drain valves and how to fill up the freshwater tank and boiler, etc. As you can see, this vehicle does have an awning. You'll get a separate link on the email how to set up and use an awning. First of all, we're going to go around the external of the motorhome, and then we will go into the habitation and cab area. Once we get inside, I'll show you where the release mechanism is for the bonnet. But once you release it, all you need to do is lift the bonnet up, and like so, you'll have access to the bonnet area. Obviously your vehicle battery in the far left, your screen wash fill is down here as well. And then all you need to do to close it, slide it down and then just push it into place. Like I said, once we get inside, I'll show you where the bonnet release catch is. So we're coming around on the passenger side. So here above the front wheel, we have your diesel fill. So this is where you need to use your vehicle blade key. So you'll open this and obviously fill up with diesel here with your vehicle blade key. The passenger door has its own entrance as well, as you can see there. And then we have got a few belly lockers along here. So this first one here, that is where your leisure battery is. So you've got some storage at the side of that as well. This next one along here is just pure storage. Here, as you can see, we have access to your freshwater fill valve. All you need to do is take this cap off here, put the hose pipe in, and when the water starts to come out of this hole, that means your freshwater tank is completely full. Here behind this cover we have your mains hookup. So when you're at campsite or anywhere you've got shore power, if you plug into here, that will then give your 3-pin sockets power, as well as charging your leisure battery. Here we have your truma flue. So you just need to keep this clear at all times, especially when running, obviously, because obviously the fumes, the gas fumes do exhaust from here and it does get quite hot. And then at the rear we have another belly locker, which is storage under the back side of the bed and the cubicle. But in here we have got, at the back here, we have got your grey waste release valve, which will directly drain here. So that is just a quarter turn valve, so you just need to twist it and that will then open or close that valve. And then these blue pipes here are to drain any water in the pipework of the freshwater side of things. So the next compartment we have here above the belly locker here, we have your toilet cassette compartment. So if you want to empty or clean your toilet cassette, to release your toilet cassette, all you need to do is this yellow handle here, lift it up, and then that will then release the cassette when sliding it towards you. Take the cassette out, and then when you are wanting to empty it, this grey nozzle on the left, if you twist this out to the left, take this yellow cap off, and then when you tilt up, if you put your thumb on this button here, hold the button down, that will then let air into the top of the cassette and all the fluids will flow out a lot faster and easier. If you want to clean inside the cassette, you can open the cassette blade here and obviously put a hose pipe in there as well. And then when putting it back into place, all you need to do is align it, slide it back, and then just make sure that yellow tab is securely down, so when in transit it's not going to move in or out. So as you can see, this vehicle does come with a bike rack, and then it has got a tow bar lower down and a reverse camera which is on the number plate. Now we are on the driver's side of the habitation, and as you can see here, we have got a large garage space. So this is underneath the French bed. At the back down there, we have got a full-size spare wheel. And then obviously you've got awning winder in here. You have got some tie down points on this rail as well. Here we have an external gas point. We've got ventilation here, top and bottom, for the fridge freezer, so keep that all clear at all times, just because when it's on gas the air circulates around. And then down here we have another storage belly locker which goes all the way through the motorhome, and then we have got your gas storage locker here, so you can fit 2 tanks inside here, and then you can connect at the top here to the gas regulator with the gas hose. So in here you could probably fit 2 6-kilogram tanks. As you can see, there's a grey hose around the edge, and what that is, it's just an extension piece for your grey waste drain valve. Basically, if you can't get directly over a grid, you just connect onto the grey waste and extend it when draining. Now we are going to go into the habitation area. As you can see, we've got an electric step. If you open the door, you will see the controls are just there on the left for the electric step. So now we are in the habitation. Directly above the habitation door, we have your control panel. So to the left, this isn't a button, this is a thermostat control. Basically, this is what detects the heat from the heating, because the heating is on thermostatic control, so it will knock it off. That's just a sensor. Bottom left, if I turn that off, as you can see, some lights went off then. If I turn it back on, so that's your 12-volt system, which you need to turn on for all the lights to work, to get any power on the 12-volt system side of things. Next one up will give you your fresh water level. As you can see, it's at 0%, and the one down below it is your grey waste, which is empty as well. Next one is your leisure battery, so that will give you your leisure battery currents. Top one is obviously time. You can put a timer on there, and an alarm as well. On the right hand side, you've got your plus and minus. Basically, that's got to go use through these settings here, and obviously OK is like enter. So it's quite straightforward, this control panel. Majority of it is on the left side, which you will use your 12-volt on and off. Check the gauges of your fresh water and grey waste, and obviously you can check your battery level for your leisure battery as well. We have got light switches dotted around as well. So you've got plenty of storage above here on each side. In this one here, there is a pull-out TV. We've got sockets down below. Got 3-pin socket. You got a micro 12-volt socket as well. Obviously, this table slides back and forth, and also the table goes down onto the lower rail to make up obviously a large dinette to berth area down here with the cushions. But not only that, you have got this large drop down bed. So for safety in transit, you just need to make sure this buckle is in, and when obviously you want to drop it down, all it is just a manual pull down. And when you are pulling this down, what you need to do, as you can see, it's hitting the top of the seats. You need to fold these seats forward, and that will then bring down the bed all the way down into the window. So pull the seats forward, fold them down, so then obviously the bed can go all the way down. In the cab area, like I was saying, so directly underneath the steering wheel, that is where your bonnet release catch is. You just need to pull that once and then go outside and lift up the bonnet. Here, side of the driver's seat, we have your 12 volt system. So this is all your 12 volt fuses. So this is where you need to come. If anything does blow on the 12 volt system, you just need to check these fuses. So under the floor here, next to the travel seats, we have access to your freshwater tank. So as you can see, we've got access to the freshwater tank here, and the reason you need to come here is to drain the freshwater tank. So if you take this blue cap off, you'll see right at the bottom there is a white bung. So to drain the freshwater tank empty for in winter or when not using, you need to put your hand in there, pull that bung out, and that will then empty the freshwater tank, and leave that bung out when obviously you are not using it, just so all the water is drained out completely. When you are filling up that freshwater tank from external, obviously you need to make sure that bung is in, otherwise the water will just pour right out of the freshwater tank. You can fill up from here as well if needed. So that is just underneath the floor, under the carpet. On the left side here, under this bench seat, we do have storage, and same again on these two travel seats, there is storage under the bench seat as well. In your kitchen area, we have got a 3-ring gas burner. So what you need to do is make sure obviously the gas cylinders are on, and then obviously vent out the gas through the system, and use the igniter. Here we have got your kitchen sink. So on your kitchen sink, if you want to prime your motorhome with water to use for the cold water and hot water, the first thing we need to do in the motorhome is shut all the drain valves. So we need to go to the rear of the belly locker, the garage, where the grey waste is. So we need to shut the grey waste valve. We need to shut the blue little valves next to the grey waste, which is the excess water in the pipe work. So shut them valves. You need to shut the freshwater bung in the tank, and also we do need to shut, which is down here, there's a valve down here for the boiler, which we will get to. So we need to shut grey waste, 2 little valves next to the grey waste for the freshwater, the freshwater valve, the boiler valve, and then we can fill up and prime our system. So once you've shut all the valves, fill the freshwater tank up from external, fill the freshwater tank completely full. Now we want to prime our motorhome with water, so all the pipe work and the boiler. Turn on the control panel up here, turn on the 12 volt control panel, so that's giving you pump power. And what we'll do is we will open the tap on cold side. Once we get a steady flow of water on the cold side, twist it around to the hot side, and then what that is going to do, it's going to take water from the freshwater tank down here through the pipe work, and then it's going to fill this boiler up, which is down here. This boiler holds around 10 litres of your fresh water. It's from your boiler, and then it will come to the tap. So once you get a steady flow on the hot side, shut the tap. Once you have bled the air out of the system on the cold side and hot side, your system is ready to use when you need. The only thing you do need to do is to turn on this boiler to heat up that hot water, because it's not instant hot water. You do have to boil it, which is controlled just up here. So on the left hand side, this is your hot water and heating. So on the left hand side, we're twisted up to the far left. As you can see, there's a light come on. If I leave this on, it will fault up with a red light saying fault because there's no gas at the minute or electric. But top one is 60 degrees for hot water. Next one is 40 degrees. The one in the middle is off, so that shuts down the boiler. Next one, flame, is gas, which is your heating. And then the bottom one is gas and 60, which is heating and hot water. In the middle, you've got your dial to select your temperature of the heating. And then on the right hand side, that is when you are connected to mains hookup. You can turn this on and that will do your heating. So that will just vent electric heating around, obviously, the motorhome. If you're off grid, you can use gas. You can use them both as well. You can have mixed. So again, left hand side, outer shell, top 60 degrees, 40 degrees, hot water only. Off in the middle, gas symbol is just heating on gas on its own. Bottom one, 60 degrees and gas symbol is hot water and heating. And then the dial in the middle is your thermostat for the heating. On your boiler, I'm just going to have to get my phone out for some light. But the only thing we have got in here which you'll need to access is this valve here. So this red little valve, what you need to do, so this is your, it's called a frost protect valve. Basically, this triggers automatically when it reaches a certain temperature, usually around 3 degrees. And that drains all the water out your boiler, so your boiler doesn't freeze in winter and crack. To close this valve to use and fill up, what you need to do is that red tab there, if you pull that up, that will lock into place. And that will then let you fill up the boiler with water. Automatically, it's pushed down like now, so that is in the position open, sorry, so all the water will drain directly out. It's easier to you'll understand this more when you are using and feel this button because it's on a release. So pull it up, that closes the valve, then you can fill up the boiler. If you want to drain it, push that down and you'll hear a click and it will open the valve and drain all the water out. And like I said, automatically it does do it. It does trigger it at 3 degrees or less, but that is how you close and open the boiler valve to fill up the boiler or drain it. Also in here we have got your mains breaker. So when you are connected to campsite, if the motorhome trips on the 240 volt side, just check here because this is where the mains power is coming in. Most of the time it is the campsite post, but it can obviously also show inside as well. Up here we have got obviously your oven and grill. There's a little catch here you just need to lift up to open this door. There's a little light in there as well. And then we have got your fridge freezer. So on this fridge freezer, to turn it on, the left one, press and hold and it will power up. And this is called a three-way fridge. So at the moment it's flashing red because it's faulting because I've not got anything connected up yet. But like I said, this is called a three-way fridge. So I'll start on the far left. So this one here is automatic, so it shows battery, mains hookup and gas. So this will automatically select the best source it has available, and as you can see it's selected gas because that's the next source it thinks it will be available, but gas is not currently connected. If I'm on, I can manually ride this. So battery symbol is when the engine's running, so on the automatic it will automatically change these over. So battery symbol is when the engine's running, the fridge is still being kept cold. Gas is when obviously you're off grid on its own, you can just run the fridge freezer on gas, or if you've parked up somewhere and gone for a walk. And then the last one is plug socket, which is on mains hookup, so when you're at campsite it'll be on here. Automatic will select it automatically as long as that source is available. So as you can see, it's faulting out because none of these, it's trying to select the source it has, but I'm not currently connected to gas or mains hookup. Once you do plug into mains hookup, it'll automatically pick it up and connect. And then on the right hand side you've just got your temperature dial. To turn it off, just press and hold and it will shut down. In here we've got obviously your shower cubicle, and then here we've got your toilet flush button. So the black button on the left is your on and off switch for the light. This blue button is to use fresh water to swill out the bowl, so that flushes the toilet. And then on the right hand side there's a little symbol there, but that is a light, and that will light up orange/red when the toilet cassette is full, so that means it needs emptying. To use the toilet, there is a grey blade handle there on the side. You just need to open that, and what that does is open the toilet blade to the cassette, and then obviously make sure you close that so no smells come back up. So that is the instructional / overview video of this Hymer A-Class. If you have any more questions, leave a comment below. I have tried to explain it the best as possible, but it is sometimes easier to show you physically on the day. So if you do have any questions, just please write them down and then have them ready for when you do collect, and we can go through them in person. So yeah, if you have any more questions, leave a comment below, drop us an email or give us a call,